of the cards. They were like, oh, it doesn't feel like Arabian Nights and Ice Age, and a lot of people were driven away. It segregated a lot of the marketplace, but to me, and I had a conversation with Creepy Rudy in the backyard, and we still like it. And I usually buy these boxes around the mid 200s, around $200 to $250. This is a beautiful condition seal and box, so I paid $250 for this. Usually they list on eBay for around $400 to $450 a box, but they will usually only actually sell on eBay for something like 300, maybe 350-ish if you're lucky. I feel these are extremely undervalued. Personally, I do not feel that boxes of Exodus should be anywhere below 500. And not because the cards. See, people have this thing where everybody believes a booster box should only be driven, literally pulled by value because of the value of the singles in the set. Although that holds a lot of credibility, it is not completely true. A value of a sealed product needs to be taken into consideration not only the cards in the set, but also how many sealed ones are left. You have to, when these boxes were $80, $70, $60, and back in the day when Dave and Adam's Card World would sell these for, $69.99 and $79.99, when these things went to $150 and $200, tons of people unloaded their positions. Tons of people started opening the cards, or I'm sorry, the boxes to get cards like, I think this is what? Survival of the Fittest and like the Oath of Druids, and I can't remember specifically, I always get them confused between Stronghold and Exodus, but people started going after them because they could open the box and sell the singles. So again, continue to add to positions like these boxes. Yes, the print run is significantly higher than something like a Revised Edition, or I don't even know, the older boxes. It's just a lot higher print run, but again, for some reason, there's not a lot of sealed ones of these left in existence. Don't get me wrong, they are out there. I'm not saying this is the only one. There are definitely a lot out there, but relative to today's standards, it's nowhere near what we think there are. I mean, if you look on eBay, look on ABU Games, Dave and M Card World, Star City, Channel 5, start combing the internet, and you'll see that most stores will have 2 boxes, 3 boxes. And if you call them, they'll be like, oh, we actually have 8 or 9. That is true. But they want $500 a box or $450. So again, to buy these, I will continue to add to the position because I just feel like this is another obscure thing with reserve list cards that is worth the time. So I definitely think that's worth adding to it. Very, very similar thing. Again, a little bit newer. As you guys saw in my other video, I love Mirage. I have tons of Mirage. I will continue to add to it. I paid $250 for this booster box also. Ever since the Lion's Eye Diamond buyout, or I guess attempt buyout nowadays, because it didn't hold, which is a whole different 2016 anomaly. The Mirage booster boxes are the same thing. I feel these boxes are buying it around the 200s, mid 200s, and if you're lucky, low 200s is definitely a good long-term cost basis to be in at. They are very, very little listed for sale on eBay and TCG Player. Even if you go to the big online retailers, you will find 1 or 2 boxes here and there, but again, it's nothing like you go online, there's 10,000 boxes of Dragon Maze or 100,000 boxes of Born to Gamble. So again, ever since the Lion's Eye Diamond buyout, the Mirage particularly, this set has got really hoarded. So for me to actually, this is the first Mirage box I've actually bought in probably about a year, 12 or 15 months. So it's kind of cool for me to actually be able to pick another one. I didn't think I'd ever even have the opportunity to even buy another Mirage box ever since what happened. So again, besides Lion's Eye Diamond being worth $100 and it was attempted to go to $250, besides all that hoopla in 2016, again, a lot of other reserve list cards, a lot of weird, obscure cards that all it takes is some other ones to be demanded for, weird things that happen. Again, supply of the booster boxes continue to reduce, go down, and to become long, in 10, 20 years from now, how many Mirage boxes are going to be left? It's like alliances. Every day that goes by, people's houses burn down, people get robbed, things get lost in the mail, hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes, earthquake. Natural attrition occurs. And people, I think, for some reason, it's never really factored in very much. It's not a very big variable, but it does occur. Continue with the Mirage, of course. Had to get the sequel, so Visions. Oh god, Visions. So, these Vision boxes, like I said, I'm not doing a video on any of these particular sets. I just want to show you why I bought these. I bought this for, I think, $200 or $190 or $205. I don't know the specific on here. I have to check my spreadsheet. But again, Visions, just like probably Weatherlight, there's a couple of them that are really old. I mean, this is, what year is this? Does it tell you? Maybe not. No, it actually doesn't. It's interesting. You know, I believe these, again, mid-90s, I think late 90s or something, 97, 98, 99 range. Again, these boxes are just, there's not a lot of value. If you open this box right now, you're probably going to get like an expected value of probably like, what, 80 bucks? Maybe 100 if you're lucky. You know, if you're real lucky, maybe 150. And again, for me to buy this for 200 range, to me, I think that's a steal of price. And this is a perfect example of a set that's not worth a whole lot, but there's not a lot of sealed ones left. Visions was not a wildly popular set. Even when it came out, people did not go goo goo gaga crazy for it. People just weren't a big, it just didn't touch people very well. And again, I don't know if that adds to the allure. Maybe that's going to make it even more popular over the next 20 years. I don't know. But again, it's another piece of diversification that's very, very important to me. So add that with the old Mirage up here. Last but not least, box of Nemesis. Not a big fan of the set. It does have the old card frame from the long, long time ago in a land far, far away. But again, to buy these boxes for like 130 bucks, it's just the... I call this the era when Magic was dying before it was turned around again. And you can usually tell because it has the same similar setup in the print type and the font and the coloring with all the one color, and they all the boxes from this era, besides probably maybe like Onslaught or something because of the fetch lands, you know, they didn't do real well. This was a lull of Magic. This was definitely a time when Magic was on life support. And I think that could be another time. We're not, no, I apologize. We're not on a time where Magic's on life support again. But this was a rough time for Magic. But it's something, it's a good piece of diversification. I don't think it's going to be about $500. But to pay it low, maybe 120, 130, and maybe one day being worth 200, maybe 250 to 3. I don't think it's improbable. Revised edition starter deck. Wait, hold on. Alright, has the inner seal. So I think we're good. Gold tab. No yellowing from the heat seal being redone. Beautiful condition. Inner seal is intact. Paid $150. You guys know I sell them on eBay for like $250 range. Revised edition starters are just going to always be a thing. I don't really have much to say about that. Just always going to be a popular thing. Last but not least, people ask me quite a bit about sealed, or I'm sorry, not sealed, complete sets. So today I actually did pick up a set of revised. I don't buy a lot of sets, but the thing is, the guy who had this set for sale, every card was perfectly in a perfect fit sleeve, and he had any card of value in it, like a double sleeve thing, and they were just spotless. Like at first I was concerned that they were counterfeit. Like literally I was taking the cards out and I was like, okay, I was like, you know, these things are so nice looking, it's suspiciously nice. So I started, literally, I'm sitting over here, and they're real, but man, I was so surprised the condition was so nice on these things. I was actually suspicious that they were actually counterfeit. To give you guys an idea. But again, I bought a complete set of revised. I paid $1,981. I didn't buy it for the full set of dual lands. I know it's going to be weird. You guys don't hear me talk about a lot of complete sets of Magic on this channel. This is my 5th complete set of revised I think I added. I thought it around $11.80. I thought it was a good entry point. And again, revised is one of those sets that is extremely sensitive based on condition of the dual lands. Literally, if the whole set is mint-condition and the Underground Sea is played, you're talking hundreds of dollars, 10-20% price swing on the whole set from one thing. So you have to remember that. But the thing is, the dual lands aren't why I keep buying revised sets that I find are gorgeous condition. I do it because sometimes if the dual lands are absolutely spotless, I will get them graded to go for a PSA 10. But I haven't done that anymore because I had so many. I decided to not grade them, keep the nice sets complete. You can sell perfect unplayed sets of revives if you're patient for almost $2,000, because people will pay for the quality from a quality, respectable seller that they know are not counterfeit. That holds a lot of value in the revised set era. So again, everyone's really concerned about counterfeit cards on these type of sets. Everybody is, especially on the dual lands. And to buy, for me to sell a complete set of revives and say, hey, this says guaranteed 100% authentic, they are actually packed fresh. They are actually packed fresh. That is extremely rare and holds a nice premium. But to me, although the dual lands are alluring, what's really alluring to me is this type of stuff. The Wheel of Fortune, the birds, the tutors, the mana volts, you know, I feel the day for unlimited revised cards, the non-dual lands, the non-power 9, especially revised, again, I still think they're significantly underpriced. And especially after I did my video about suspicious activity and everyone in the comment section was like, Rudy, Commander EDH is gobbling up this stuff. You know, it's crazy. People are gobbling it up. Flipping crazy. And because ever since that video, I really went, whoa. These cards are really significantly undervalued because of what everybody's been telling me. I mean, people keep telling me over and over, Rudy, these cards, everybody goes back and buys them. They're not $10,000 a card, but they're good, they're nostalgic, it hits every category perfectly. So for me to keep buying perfect sets of revives, and I get the other handful of these, it kind of fits everything perfectly together. It makes Creepy Rudy happy. So, I was actually more excited to have pack fresh these than I was the dual lands when I bought the revive set. To kind of give you all an idea of kind of how I looked at it. It wasn't what everybody always expects. Overall, again, I don't want to drift too much into complete sets, but I'm not a huge complete set investor. I used to be. I have tons of sets of antiquities, as you guys have seen. The Dark, I like Legends, Revives, 4th, Ice Age, Tempest, Weatherlight, Exit. I have a lot of those, especially the Urza's Saga Legacy Destiny. But overall, moving forward, especially ever since, was it post 8th edition? Wizards was sending out online redemption for complete sets sealed, and you know, it kind of destroyed me. So, I'm not a huge complete set fan of anything newer than probably the Urza or Britannian Magical. Everything older than that, I'm cool, but anything newer than that, I'm not really a fan of complete sets. It's not that I don't like them, it's just I don't feel there's a big market for it. If you don't have a good market, that means the market's lacking liquidity. If the market's lacking liquidity, Creepy Rudy gets uncomfortable and curls up. I like it. I like it. So, that's all I got. This is Creepy Rudy for the Alpha Investments. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the holiday week coming up here, and I just wanted to share these little pickups. Again, caution to everybody, as you saw, there are no single cards I picked up in this video, unlike all my other Creepy Rudy videos. In mail time, I'm very concerned about the softness of the Magic market right now. I'm not selling anything. You don't need to sell. Like the people I bought these things from, they had to sell. They needed to raise capital for bills, expenses, personal things, family. But if you don't need to sell, I highly recommend sitting it out. Keep in mind, if things get worse, you know, it can go down, 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 or it can stay in a lull for, 6, 12, 18, 24. It can stay in a lull for a long period of time. Many, many months. So be aware of that. If you need money, if you have bills to pay, if you bought an expensive car, and you need to flip that card. If you bought a Lotus and you're trying to flip it, you may be stuck sitting on it, or you need to liquidate it as a loss. So keep that in mind. Again, Rudy with Alpha Investments, just be very, very wary. But if you do have the money to spend, start looking for good deals. I mean, like I told you guys, workshops, Library of Alexandria's, Bazaar Baghdad's, a lot of old Arabian antiquities, all these cards, TCG players, some MTG Goldfish are still showing Library of Alexandria like 800, 900 to 1,000, and now I'm seeing them sell for 500, 600. I'm seeing wholesale people buying for 300 to 400 again. Just be aware of some of the charts versus what people are actually buying and selling. That's all I got. I appreciate all the support. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'm gonna head out of here. You guys have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Rudy with Alpha Investments, and today is a very, very special day for this channel. Today we're going to celebrate 1 million subscribers. You know why we're going to celebrate 1 million subscribers? Because there has never been a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel that has ever hit 1 million subscribers. You know why? Because you can't do it. Oh, it couldn't be done. Oh, it's outside the box thinking. Oh, no. Unless you're a hot chick and you twerk on YouTube or you do something stupid and you... whatever, it's just you can't do it. You can't do it. Oh, the fan base isn't big enough. Oh, there's other people who like magic. Oh, you can't do it. Yeah, well, you know what? People have been saying you can't do shit your whole life to everybody. You know why? Because you have to be a damn conformist. And I'm here to tell you today, we're celebrating the 1,000,000 subscriber celebration. And before we go any further, when Rudy 2.0 came back, the very first thing we did was we celebrated. You know what we did? We lit a sparkler and we celebrated. That's the very first thing that Rudy 2.0 did when he came back. When he came back, and he was excited to be here. You know what he did? He lit a sparkler, and he celebrated. You know what? No. That's stupid. That's stupid. The problem is, I'm here to celebrate 1,000,000 subscribers, and I want to tell you guys about how I'm going to continue this channel for the next 30 years and give you a little bit of an update. You know why? Because, as with everything in this world, we're all told, you can't do it that way. You're not supposed to do it that way. Go to your job. Go clock in and be a miserable drone. Magic. You can't play Magic the Gathering. You're an adult. It's like a child's game. Yeah, well, 1,000,000 people are here to tell you otherwise. So today in the 1,000,000 subscriber challenge, we're going to talk about how everyone says you can't do things and how people like me and other people out there look them right in the face and says, no, we're going to do whatever the hell we want to do. And that's where channels like this are born. And you know why? We're going to celebrate today. We're going to celebrate. Because I want to give you guys my state of mind on why I think it's important to recognize things. It's important to recognize people who go against the grain. And the people who respect and love their hobby and they take it to another level. Because not enough people do that nowadays. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, no, that's not a real job. You can't grow up and do that. Well, you know what? You can. So, we're going to take things a little bit further. Today on the 1,000,000 subscriber celebration, not only are we going to do some exciting things today, but I'm going to tell you guys why it's important to always stick with what you want to do. If you want to play Pokemon, if you want to play Dungeons and Dragons, if you want to play Magic cards, I don't care what you want to do. You stick with it, you'll get one shot in this world, and you stick with that shit. Otherwise, you're going to get old, and you're going to regret it. Period. You're going to regret it. You know? Because your whole life, everybody's told, oh, bro, you're not... You can't.
This is Eugenia Cooney's face from 2012. She has a decently healthy looking face, and since then, as you can see, things have changed quite a bit. Now, since I started making videos addressing Eugenia Cooney's obvious eating disorder, you guys have posted quite a bit about her to Onision.xyz. While most of the messages people post are both productive for myself and for Eugenia, there are negative messages that people post as well. People say things like, it's horrible your videos, you insult a girl with an illness, but it's fairly clear they're ignoring the key points. 1. Clearly at least 9 out of 10 people understand that Eugenia Cooney actually has an eating disorder, and is lying when she says she doesn't have an eating disorder. 2. It has been repeatedly proven that Eugenia Cooney making her outfit videos and numerous other videos showing off her unhealthily skinny body is triggering numerous young girls who starve themselves as well. So we have someone who's lying to us and someone who's irrefutably hurting others due to the clear evidence against her that she is in fact hurting others. But 3, something you should understand is that the point of me making these videos is not to hurt Eugenia Cooney, but I want this to be my final video on Eugenia Cooney, despite the fact that a huge amount of you have shown significant interest in the last 2 videos I made about her, mostly because of the following. You guys remember me talking about this screenshot where I actually looked up the text in question to find out if it was legitimately from her Tumblr, and then I realized it was in fact from her Tumblr. I also know that she had thousands of other posts on that Tumblr, dating all the way back to 2010. Well, it seems like there's a 99% chance that Eugenia found out about her Tumblr being the Achilles heel to her story that she's not anorexic. And as someone on the forums brought to my attention, it seems that Eugenia has deleted her Tumblr. Now I ask you, does that seem like the behavior of someone who has nothing to hide, or the behavior of someone who's running from the truth? You go to the Tumblr that was linked directly from her own YouTube channel, a Tumblr she's been working on since 2010, and it is now completely wiped out. No links, no pictures, and especially no posts of her talking about her disorder. Now someone responded with Wayback Machine saved it. If you do in fact go to that URL, you'll find, lo and behold, there's her Tumblr significantly as it was before I made a video addressing the fact that she was lying to you guys. And I say fact with little doubt at this point, because an honest person doesn't delete their Tumblr, unless of course there's something significantly shady going on. But again, if you click on archive at that URL, a small percentage of the posts that she previously had still show up. Fortunately, before Eugenia wiped out a lot of her posts forever, this user, already proven to post accurate screen caps in the past, also also more recently posted the following. Someone says, so happy to see that you're putting on weight. You look healthier. She says, I'm not putting on weight. Someone says, you're getting fat. Please stop eating. She says, I can't tell if you're being serious. I haven't gained weight though, so I don't know how I could be getting fat considering I'm the same as I was before. Another person says, you're so pretty, but you really need to gain some weight. Your arms and legs look really strange. She says, haha, okay, well, thanks for saying I'm pretty, but saying my arms and legs look kind of strange is kind of rude. Whether I want to gain weight or not is my decision. Stop. So here she is again admitting she doesn't have a medical condition. It's a clear contradiction to anyone saying that she's naturally skinny. Regardless, within this message, she admits that it's her choice as to whether or not she gains weight, and she clearly states that she does not want to gain weight, meaning she is clearly actively doing what's necessary to maintain the weight she admitted that she was around, which is 84 pounds, while also being what she admitted she is, 5'9". Now, according to bannerhealth.com, the height you're supposed to be if you're that light is 4'9" or 4'10". Meanwhile, Eugenia Cooney is supposed to be 131 to 160 pounds. So that means she's about half the weight she's supposed to be. I believe it's fair to call that certified dying. Now here's a decently old photograph of Eugenia. Do you see how her legs are? Those legs almost look like they belong to a healthy human being. Let's see how her legs are doing more recently. There you go. This is a picture from weeks ago, and here's a side-by-side comparison. And a lot of people feel like it's a solution to ignore her issues, as if that'll somehow make her get better. But I assure you, pretending like everything is okay to a person who's clearly suffering an eating disorder, that will only aid and abet their crimes against themselves. Here's another picture of how Eugenia used to look. From this perspective, she looks like a normal human being. There are numerous videos on YouTube now that are even from friends of Eugenia's who know her personally, expressing concern for her well-being. More people than I can recall who are formerly anorexic have come to me sharing their story and also their disappointment with Eugenia Cooney, that she's not listening to the tens if not hundreds of thousands of people telling her she has a problem and telling her that she is triggering others, creating a potential lethal problem for them as well. And it's important to note that Eugenia Cooney's condition is so severe that a lot of the people who are formerly anorexic have expressed sincere frustration as to how she at this point cannot admit the truth. She's shown how dishonest she is by deleting her Tumblr and doing other things that I've pointed out in previous videos. It's evident to the mass majority that she is purely wrong. It has been made clear to her without any doubt that what she's doing is hurting people. This has even gotten so serious that news articles have been written, petitions have been started, and yes, even the producers of Dr. Phil tried to reach out to this girl to, one, exploit her for their own profit, just like many people, including myself, have gained attention by talking about her, and two, as Dr. Phil often does, sit her down and tell her like it is.
He actually did reach out to me, like his producers or whatever. But I don't really want to go in his show, honestly, because the reason I think he like wants me to go on is because of like all the crazy videos being made about me. Go on Dr. Phil. I'm not going on Dr. Phil, guys. If he just wanted to go on and be like friends or whatever, like, hey, what's up, Dr. Phil? That would be cool.
Classic Eugenia running from the truth. Now, if Dr. Phil asked me to go on a show because he thought that I had a problem, I would love to see what he had to say. And you know what? I would probably agree with half the stuff he said, because I'm sure I'm not perfect, and I'm sure there are things about me that could improve. But Eugenia Cooney is terrified of admitting that she's anorexic, thanks to her trying to cover up her Tumblr posts, and it's more evident now than ever that you cannot trust her, because people who are friends of the truth